If you don't like this, if you don't sub this, if you don't comment, I don't fucking care. All I want you to do is fucking listen. Alright, that's it. You're listening to this video or this podcast right fucking now, so give me a few fucking minutes of your time to hear what I gotta say about our fucking American dream. Our American fucking dream. And how we're fucked. Okay, we're fucked, and we need something. We need a change. We need a revolution. And I'm not trying to be a fucking lunatic, okay? I get that this is astronomical and crazy, but you have to understand that desperate times call for desperate fucking measures. And I'm not calling for fucking militants in the street. I don't think that's the right way to do it. I was just watching a Ray Dalio video. In this video, he talks about how the American dream's fucked and how capitalism's kind of, needs to be reevaluated and it needs to be readjusted and reconstructed, okay? And I agree with him. And I agree that there are, some points where the government needs to step in. But where all this shit starts, okay, where all this bullshit and all this fuckery starts with our American dream and, our future is with us, okay? The problem isn't the government. The problem isn't the government isn't giving us enough. The problem isn't we don't have enough opportunity, okay? It's we've squandered our fucking opportunity. We have squandered everything we've been given. All right? You know why the wealth gap's so fucking big? It's not because, the rich just have this monopoly and we're forced to give them money. No. We are willingly giving them money. We are taking the power from us and we are transferring it to them and saying, here, take the power. We want this short-term gain. And that's the fucking problem. The original American dream came out in around 1930s, the early 1930s. You know what just happened? The Great Depression. All right? And they're coming up from that Great Depression. Okay, this is the idea of you can make it out of the Great Depression through working for what you want, what you desire. And it's all free in America, You have the opportunity. You have the ability. And they'd squandered it and blown it, and the fucking robber barons had taken it over in the early 1900s, or, late 1800s to early 1900s. And at that point, there was a fucking massive Great Depression. Everyone got fucking raped. Okay, and then there was a need for a rebuild. And from that rebuild, people started understanding that you can't borrow on credit. You can't live off debt. You can't do all these things that we're doing right fucking now. Okay, you can't do that and have a successful life and a successful future. Okay, the real point of the American fucking dream is the ability. The ability to do what you want and make a better future for yourself. Okay, that's what it is. Your future for yourself, your family, and all those things. Okay, that's the true idea of the American fucking dream. And they say how the American dream's dead, You can't do that anymore in today's society. Yeah, because society has fucked it, okay? Society has taken the power away from the people, and it's giving it to the corporations and the celebrities and all these other things that don't really matter. None of these things matter, but, people get caught up. They get caught up in this addiction of short-term gain and short-term gain and short-term ease, that it's destroyed the idea of the American dream. How can you have an American dream if you're giving in to your temporary desires every 2 seconds? It's impossible. The whole point of the American dream is, not to struggle, not for there to be unlimited opportunity. No, the point of the American dream is if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to suffer, okay? It's not even true suffering. If you're willing just to put up with this amount of time of hard work and dedication to something, okay, you can reach something better. And it's with everything, They say, the school system, that's what Dalio talked about. Well, the school system needs more money and all this shit. I agree, okay? Probably schooling needs to be revamped, okay? I think schooling in general needs to be revamped. But beyond this, okay, people need to be revamped. People need to understand that, I'm not going to be a fucking dumbass. I'm not going to spend my money on dope or, dope is the same as buying a fucking brand new pair of Nike shoes. It's the same thing, okay? You're getting a rush from buying it. You're getting a rush from wearing it. You feel cool when you do it, okay? They're all the same thing. You need to reject that. You need to say, or we need to say, everyone needs to say in America that we don't need these temporary satisfactions. We have a future goal. We're going to bring back the American dream because the government's not going to do it for us. This bipartisanship isn't going to do it for us. You can't look at something through a lens. Okay, you can't look at something through right and wrong. You need to see what is the best. Okay, what is the best possible outcome from this scenario? Okay, that's what you need to understand. You can't just say well, I'm on this side or that side, because that's where it's all fucked. You know, there's no progress. Progress is too slow like that. Okay, there's never going to be any progress because one guy builds it, another guy breaks it down, and it's just fucked because we're all fighting. You got to get away from that fighting and start thinking, you know, I'm going to think rationally. I'm going to think, well, does this make sense? Is this a worthy cause to fight about? Not just because I'm a Christian or what I believe in, but at what I believe in as an actual human. You know, what I believe in as a human being, not a Republican, not a Democrat, you know, none of this partisan bullshit. It needs to be you, okay? It needs to be what you believe. You need to take your values away from society. You need to take your values away from fucking the government. You need to take your values away from your religion. You need to get rid of these values, okay? And if you can't have any values because of that, because you've taken them all away, then you're just a fucked human being. But what I have to say is, if you take away all your values, like from that, getting them from there, and you sit down, and you rationally think, well, I know murdering someone's not a good thing to do. I know that's wrong. You know, in my mind, it's wrong. You know, and you look and you break down every value you want. So what do I want? I want my future family, you know, to be happy. That's a value you have in your fucking soul innately. Okay, so if that's one value, but the value of society is, oh, you know, fucking drive that fancy car, do this, do that, party, you know, live like this. You know, that's their values. And that's cool. But I need to stay true to my values. I need to stay true to what I think I need, okay? And if you want to party like that and do all that, don't expect society to give you anything extra, okay? You get from society exactly what you give to it, okay? So if you're willing to fucking give all this fucking time and energy, they're just going to take it and they're going to give you back that temporary pleasure. Okay, but if you're willing to say, fuck society, fuck all that bullshit, fuck those values. I'm gonna have my own values that really matter to me. I know that if I work hard, okay, I know that if I do this, that, and the other, that I will be successful, okay? There's something in you, okay? Everyone fucking knows it. There's one thing they could do that they could be successful at. No one will just not be able to do anything. You know, there's always that one thing where you can build from that. That's a starting point, but you can build from that. And don't feel that, oh, the government should give me more. Oh, I had bad education or a bad family or this, that, and the other. Well, yeah, okay, but you're a fucking adult. It's time to measure up for that shit. You know, we don't have good fucking role models today that are showing us, oh, live for the future, live for, you know, tomorrow, live for your kids. Don't just live for yourself right now. We don't have barely anyone telling us that. But you have to understand, I mean, to me, that's not a value that I learned. That's not a value that, you know, you're taught. It's a value that you think inherently, well, fuck, I wouldn't want my kids to be poor. I wouldn't want to tell my kids, yeah, I had a great fucking life in college, but after that, it all went downhill. No, you should be building towards the future. The future should be your fucking heyday, not right now. Who wants the fucking peak right now? I know I don't. You know, there's no point that this should be my peak, because the peak in the future is always going to be higher than the peak right now, and that's just a fact. Okay? Everyone thinks right now. This is how I analyze it. You know, it's like the person who was really cool or really slick in high school or something like that, you know? They're really cool, really slick, so what? You know, they're going to do good things in life. All right, but realistically, the coolest kid in high school, the one who had all the fun and all the partying, where's he gonna get in the future? Where? I don't think he's gonna get that fucking far. Okay, and that's what we're doing as society right now. We're all just trying to be like that kid. You know, we're all thinking, well, he's having the most fun right now. He's doing the best, the coolest, whatever right now. That's what we should go for. Fuck that, okay? I don't want to go for that. That's not what I want. I want to have a fucking payday in the future. I want to be the one profiting in the future. I want to be the one whose family is well off in the future. That's what I want. I want to live the American fucking dream. I want to make my life better every fucking day. I don't want to collect that check right now. That's fucking stupid. I mean, am I an idiot? Like, do I not know that if I just wait, if I just hold out, and I'm not talking about holding out due to fear. I'm not talking about holding out because you like it. No, I'm talking about having fucking discipline. I'm talking about having self-control. I'm talking about looking in yourself and saying, I can fucking control this. I can make my life better. I know what it takes, okay? Saving money will make your life better. Not spending money will make your life better. Fucking rejecting society's values will make your life better. Not watching the fucking Kardashians will make your life better. Okay? Not giving in to the fucking massive corporations that are just fucking milking you for every dollar you have will make your life better. Okay? All these things will make your life better, and it's a fact. They aren't debatable. They aren't, oh, this, oh, that. To me, they are logical facts, okay? You know, they just have a straight cause and effect. There's no in between, okay? There's nothing like that. It's simple. It's very fucking simple. And I don't understand how no one can do that now. I don't understand why we're all trying to live this life and show off something when it's all bullshit, you know? I mean, if the smartest fucking person, one of them, okay, Ray Dalio, he's who I watched a video on and it kind of inspired a little bit of this. If he's telling you all these things, why aren't you listening to him? Oh, because I'll never be like him. But don't you think that if you impose the principles that he imposes, okay, even in your much lower scale of life, you'll grow. You'll grow more than any other way. You know, I'm not saying you gotta be a stock trader or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as an individual, you need to understand what you need. Okay, as an individual, you need to get away from fucking, you know, all this bullshit with living a disposable, you know, for the moment materialistic life. Because that's not benefiting you. Okay, so what if money goes around and comes around? I know for a fucking fact that if I keep a penny in my pocket now, I will have more money in the future than if I spent that penny. It's just a fact, you know? There's no, oh, well, what happens if this, that? No luck, bullshit. Luck, none of that you can rely on, okay? Everyone, you know what? If everyone relies on luck, you know what's going to happen? Everyone's going to be fucked, and that's what's going on right now. Everyone's just trying to party and live a good life and, you know, try to grow like this and grow like that and be cool. Fuck you. Maybe you need to know your fucking limitations. Maybe you need to know that you aren't that lucky, and luck isn't just being lucky. It's being fucking smart, okay? Maybe you aren't smart, even if you get in that lucky position that you're going to be able to parlay it. Okay, that's the whole point. All these people are in all these lucky people, so they get in a great position. You know how many people fucking blew it? You know how many people had this, but they fucking blew it because they were a jackass? Don't be a fucking jackass. It's better to never have a lucky time or have one lucky time. Have one position where you could be lucky. Okay, when you're in a strong position and say, I've weighed all my options. I'm going to execute properly. I'm not going to execute impulsively and just keep with this philosophy of impulse. Okay, because impulse will never do anything for any of us. Impulse is, you know, I was thinking about revolution. Okay, revolution is what we need. Revolution is a fundamental change. What is a fundamental? Fundamental is a change in a primary or primal core idea. A what? Primary or core idea, a primal idea. So ideas that are innate to us. So what's innate to us? Well, pleasure, ease, and laziness. Those are things that are innate to us. So what do we need to change? We need to change that. Because we understand that those are easy and, you know, cushioned and light. But you need to say, fuck that. I'm going to suffer now so that I'm going to be stronger in the future. I'm going to be able to deal with suffering, and it's going to have a larger payoff. That's the truth, okay? That's the truth of all of this shit. If you're willing to make a fundamental change now in your fucking life, reject the materialism, reject all this bullshit, reject society's values of wanting this or that, or the quick fix, or to be popular and cool now. That's not what you want. That's not what anyone wants, okay? You can be cooler in the future. Okay, you can be better in the future. You're going to beat that fucker, okay? That fucker that was cool, you are going to, in 20 years, you're going to be fucking bigger than him. You're going to be stronger than him. You're going to be cooler than him. But you have to wait, okay? You have to be patient. Okay, that's what we need. That's the true American dream. The true American dream, the dream that we fucking need to make it is, we've been given this massive entitlement from our previous American dream, from our parents, you know, that had it so easy. But do you think they just had it easy? No, I don't think so. I think they understood the idea of sacrifice now is to future profit. is to this investment now of my time, my energy, my dedication returns on this investment tenfold. Okay, it's gonna be so much better in the future. That's how I'm gonna be successful. And we all look at our parents as, oh, it was so easy, this and the other. Bullshit. Okay, they had a fucking tough time. All right, they had to fucking struggle. They had to work if they wanted to be successful. And so what? Even if your parents just partied and they end up living, a mediocre life, think about how much better it could have been if they had their fucking nose to the ground. If they were fucking working hard. If they were focused, okay? Think about it. So that's what we need to get back to. We need to take the power away from all the corporations, everyone who's trying to decide what we want for us. I know what I want. I want a future payout. Fuck now, bro. I can deal with this suffering. I enjoy this suffering, It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like a fucking person that's learned and went through something. And sure, I'm not suffering amazingly, but in my fucking head, it's a fucking nightmare. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to say, reject all that bullshit. It clears your mind. Because when your mind's clear, then you think logically. You're like, well, if I don't actually want that, even if I had the money to buy a Lambo, would I? No. So then why the fuck do I even think about it? What's the point? There's something better you could spend that money on, like a fucking house or a rental property or whatever the fuck it is. But something to make your life even more, even greater. Even better than it was when you had the money to buy the Lambo. That's the whole idea. Okay, that's the idea of the American dream that should be true, that should come back. And you can't blame it on the government. You can't blame it on all this bullshit that's destroyed our American dream. No, it's us. Okay, we've destroyed it because we've constantly just played into the hands of the corporation. We have constantly, you go to school and you don't pay attention, well, guess what? You're making yourself a less valuable human. And you can't just, I'm doing it for temporary pleasure. Well, if you want to live your life on temporary pleasure, then don't expect to ever get a fucking future payout. That's a fact. Okay, you'll never get it if you give in to temporary pleasure now. So, that's the essence of what I had to fucking say today, okay? I hope you guys actually think about this. I hope you guys actually fucking listen to the full video. Because maybe I'm fucking delusional and crazy, but I don't think so. Everything I said, in my mind, had a logical cause and effect and a fucking play out, okay? And we need to do something. We need to change. There needs to be a revolution, but not a revolution militaristically. That's retarded. Or stupid, whatever it is. It's not gonna help us, okay? You need a revolution in your own head. Every single fucking person needs to, weigh their core values and see what they really fucking want and what they really fucking need. That's what we fucking need, all right? So I probably will end up making another video on this, if anyone wants to listen to it. Fuck, I may just do it to help my soul. Share this video if you fucking want to. I hope you listen all the way through. And that's fucking it. I hope you fuckers have a revolutionary thought.